Giants yesterday, 34-17. The Eagles scored 17 points, all in the first half. Goose egg in the third and the fourth quarter. Saquon Barkley, 4 carries in the second half. Lane Johnson. Here is Lane Johnson after the game yesterday, and this is part of the problem for all the people giving excuses for Kevin Patullo because he's learning on the job. This is now in-house a player using the P word.
The consistency isn't there, so yeah. I mean, it's not a finger pointing show. I'm with Kevin till the end. A lot of it goes down to execution. So we'll go back and look at this tape and see what we got to get fixed. So moving forward, maybe more efficient, less predictable, and capitalize on big plays and explosives.
When he says less predictable, it's a word. Predictable has been the word used by people who cover the NFL.
Interesting.
Right. They break down the film, and then we had the guy that had the statistical analysis of how many times they pass the ball in shotgun, which, by the way, it's like 90% of the time.
They're the most predictable team in the NFL.
And when they run the ball, it's 90% of the time under center. Like, the teams know what's coming. And it's one thing for somebody who analyzes the games to say. It's one thing for radio hosts to scream behind a microphone. It's another thing for one of the players on the team and a legend in Lane Johnson talking about it. Clearly there's issues, and this is not something that's all of a sudden going to get different. Like, my question is, what can you actually do? Unless you're bringing in somebody else that's going to design a whole new offense this late into the season. And it is late. Like, you're not going to rip up the play sheet and have a brand new offense. Like, you do these installs like during the off season, but you would have to change a lot of things. And I don't know if you can just do that. What is Nick Sirianni going to start calling plays? We know that doesn't work either.
All you have to do is go back and see Nick Sirianni when at 7 games into his NFL career, he told you as a head coach, it's not my strength calling plays, so he turned him over to Shane Steichen.
Yeah, and then he also told you, without telling you, that he never took the keys back from Brian Johnson, even though it was bad.
He let Brian Johnson drive the car into a ditch.
Yes.
So I ask you, it's October 10th. It's 10-10. You know I love my numbers. It's 10-10 today. Are you going to let Kevin Patullo drive the Eagles season into a ditch?
Loyalty, man. That's his guy.
Or are you going to admit a mistake? My mom used to say, I made a few mistakes in my life, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. And Betty used to go, John, here's what you do. When you make a mistake, very wise woman, rip off the Band-Aid and fix it. Don't try to do a little fix here or a little fix. Just rip off the Band-Aid and fix it. And the quicker you do that, it's going to be better for you. Because the more you putz around and try to,
and what's amazing, John?
He's not prepared for the job.
You know what's amazing? The Eagles do that well.
Yes.
With contracts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how this isn't going to work. Let's trade this guy. Let's release this guy. Let's move on from this. Like, if they realize that there is an issue with the team, that they go, you know what, we can move on from this and we'll be fine. Unless there is, like, literally no alternative, which could be true. Like, I don't know who's going to all of a sudden start calling plays, right? Like, we could say fire Patullo today, but then who's taking over?
Yeah, there's no good option right now.
Like, is Jeff Stoutland going to start calling plays? What's his face?
Scott Loeffler,
I should not say what's his face. That's disrespectful. But Big Dom's got a headset on. Like, is Big Dom going to start calling plays on the sideline? Like, what? Like, I don't know what they're going to do unless you just have another coup where the offensive linemen go into the office and say, hey, we got to change things up. But the players have been pretty public about that already. Like, Jalen Hurts, post-game against the Rams, we got to stop playing not to lose. A.J. Brown, the week before that, against the Kansas City Chiefs, we got to let the Killers go out there and do their thing. Lane Johnson, now after last night's loss, talking about how they're predictable. Multiple players have been public about their dislike of this offense, and it hasn't changed.
You're starting to get the rumblings, though, which is great. This is great. Like Lane last night, that is as aggressive as Lane will get because Lane's a good company guy. And I guarantee you Lane's more talkative behind the scenes.
Sure.
But that was a great way of handling it last night. Lane let it be known. Not happy.
Nope, not happy. Also not happy with the Phillies, who got eliminated from playoff contention yesterday. The error heard around the world by Orion Kerkering.
And again, we're on this Orion Kerkering thing. He cost them the 12th inning.
Right.
Because Did you think that the top three were finally going to sprout a pair and come up with some big hits and help them in a big game? Because that's all he did. He cost them a chance to have a 12th inning. He did not lose them the game.
Yeah, did you expect – seriously, I'll ask you guys this question. He gets out of the inning. Are they winning the game?
I think so, only because Blake Trinan was the next guy in for the Dodgers, and that dude is dog water.
I'm going to tell you that it's no better than a coin flip. If they get to the 12th, there's no better than a coin flip. They win that game.
Yeah, that's fair.
And their win probability, if he gets the out, I believe the win probability was still going to be Dodgers 50-54, which is a coin flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had 4 hits yesterday.
Oh my gosh! I mean, the Phillies. It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic how bad it was, and there's got to be answers. Like, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
A couple things.
Kincade and Salciunas.
A couple things. Sorry about that. You want to do top? I
already did it.
Oh, Brandon Marsh. Why was Brandon Marsh batting 5th last night?
Okay, so let's break this down. I'm glad you bring this up.
Why was he batting 5th?
So Brandon Marsh.
He was terrible in this series.
It was
over
really
and
bad.
over.
And so when we have our off-season conversation, which we will, he was the player that I kind of always point out to be not a guy that can be in your lineup every single day. Now, look, credit to him.
He had a great second half.
What he did in May, April, June, July,
Great.
August, fantastic. More than second half, right? It was just post-April.
Yes.
He was spectacular. But you saw what the Dodgers think of him. Let's pitch around a guy who swings at the first pitch in Alec Boehm more often than not, and if he does get a hit, it's usually in the ballpark. But let's pitch around that guy because we have zero fear in the guy behind him.
By the way, who did I bet on? And Alec Boehm was your best bat in the NLDS.
Yeah.
Who had that? Who
You.
on the bingo card? I thought he was going to have a good playoffs. Alec Boehm showed you something.
Yeah.
He showed you something.
Real Muto was good
Muto was
offensively.
Real Muto. What, double? Homer? Triple?
Yeah.
I mean,
single, yes, hit for the cycle in the
fantastic.
series. Yeah,
Fantastic.
so a couple of guys stepped up, and unfortunately, those are the guys in the bottom half of the lineup. Not Alec Boehm, he bats cleanup, but they're not afraid of his power that isn't there. And then they go, all right, let's pitch to Brandon Marsh. And again, the organization tells you what they think about him. Rob Thompson tells you what they think about him. There's an opportunity yesterday with a left-handed pitcher to keep him in the game, and they go, no, let's put in a guy that's got one working leg right now in Harrison Bader, who, by the way, credit to him for working that at-bat. It's a shame that it ended in a strikeout. How many pitches? 8, 9, 10?
I thought he had 10 pitches. He had one of the best at-bats of the entire – and I'm looking at Harrison Bader up there with a hamstring injury.
Comes in cold,
and gives you a better at-bat than Schwarber, Harper, or Turner gave you the entire game.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Seeing pitches, patience, it's maddening. It's maddening.
Yeah, and I'd rather him strike out there than walk. Because
right.
Because if he walks, then you have to use one of your guys off the bench to pinch run for him. You burn that before you get deeper into the game. Like at that point, he's up there to hit a single.
He's up there to
win
get a hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Connor, that's a smart move.
All right. What do we got on the text line, Connor?
You sure?
Yes.
I know.
Yes, we got it.
I know. We got a lot of people angry today. And the most frustrating part of last night to this texter of Philadelphia is the fact that on both the Eagles and the Phillies, the talent is there, it just doesn't show up.
Yeah, and that's why I put out the half-ball busting tweet yesterday, the poll. If I said all this money invested into the offense and they can't stop struggling, which team am I talking about, Phillies or Eagles?
That's a great one.
Because both can be said. It can be said about both teams. It's unbelievable. What else you got?
So Timmy in Audubon checks in on the Birds and says, guys, this could be one of the most epic, saddest slides we see in Eagles history. I really don't think they have the team attitude to pull them out of this. It has to start with all people, Lane Johnson, to show Hall of Fame leadership and start by telling the quarterback and wide receivers they have to be better.
Yeah, well, Lane, I think, started to lay the groundwork last night. He laid it a little bit. I mean, started at least the conversation. I got a couple questions. Another question. Lane Johnson might be able to answer this one. Why Brett Toth? Why not Pryor better than Toth? Johnson better than both? Why last night? Brett Toth's killing you. Whenever you have him in, he's killing you.
Wait, would you have put Pryor in or Johnson as well?
Pryor would have been the guy that you think would have been the logical one to put in.
Yeah, I'm
for
not
that
putting Fred
position.
Johnson in
No,
because
but I'm
in
saying
case one of the tackles go down.
Right.
He's got to be ready for
He's
that.
got to be the guy. But Pryor,
Maybe because last week Toth graded out well.
I mean, I'm not going to Matt Pryor. I'll tell you that. He almost got
Toth-
Jalen
Yeah, but
Hurts' head ripped off
you're
his
playing him
body.
at guard. You're
Toth
not
is
playing him at
horrible.
tackle.
Yeah.
He's horrible.
They're both not good.
There's nothing. Yeah, but there's nothing that Toth has shown.
Well, we
you.
talked about the offensive line depth. Now, look, there's a reason why they traded for Fred Johnson, and we were very thankful that they traded for Fred Johnson. But that was the talking point we had this offseason was the fact that they had very little depth.
I got another one for you. Tank Bigsby.
Get off my football team.
If someone can explain to me, if someone can explain it to me, he is a freaking mess. He's a mess.
He stinks.
He's a mess. And guess what? The Houston Texans are going.
Jaguars.
Oh, Jaguars, excuse me.
Hey guys, Andrew Salciunas, host of Kincade and Salciunas. Just want to thank you for checking out all of our great videos that we have on our YouTube channel every single day. Make sure, if you can, please like and subscribe and check out all the videos that we have on our YouTube channel, whether it's for us, Kincade and Salciunas, of course, our midday show, as well as Unfiltered with Bill and Ricky.